Hey, the reason it's so hard to be impressed by LeBron is because, unfortunately, I've been watching the Lakers since 2003 and 2004 season. That was the season they lost the chance to three-peat. The Lakers were Kobe and Shaq were going to three-peat. But the Dirty Boys, Detroit Pistons, came in and beat us in 2004, 2003, 2004. That was the year I started watching basketball, like every single year, every game. And that was the year that the Colorado rape scandal went down, where Kobe was accused and then dropped of those accusations. Charges were dropped because she was a whore with many different semen stains and coke in her system. So, that's a shame and all. Kobe actually went on camera, and it's like right next to his wife, who has a very beautiful ring, new diamond ring. So it's like the media created this scandal, the rape scandal, and then they took then they broke up Kobe and Shaq that year too, because they're using the scandal to form a wedge in between Kobe and Shaq, and also Shaq was not working out as much as Kobe would like, so there actually was a real life what's it called? A real life drama going on. And so yeah, Shaq went on to go to the Heat. He won a title with Dwayne Wade, and Kobe was by himself, and that's when he went on a scoring tear for years and years, where he's not making the playoffs for like 2 seasons, and he's getting all his MVPs stolen away from him by Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash, Derrick Rose, and whatever. I'm just but so I actually have witnessed greatness. I don't have to get brainwashed by BSPN and tell me who's great. I've watched it. I was noticing basketball. I'm like, it's getting kind of. I'm starting to play it. Oh, okay. So I'm starting to play basketball that year a lot, nonstop. So I started playing basketball late in my life. It's like a meditation. It's a discipline. It keeps me in shape. It's a good social game. You go traveling and you find different courts. Just because the basketball is a sphere doesn't mean the court's a sphere. So yeah, Shaq won his title without Kobe. And then everyone's making fun of Kobe, like he can't win a title without Shaq. And then Kobe won 2 more titles without Shaq. One more than Shaq. So Shaq's a top 10 greatest player of all time. Timmy D. See, these are people who are like 8, 9, and 10. Shaq, Timmy D. So when you have someone like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, each with 5 rings, played with the Boston Celtics and the Lakers back in the day, one of the greatest rivalries, probably the greatest rivalry of all time. So you have that, they each have 5 rings, and they each are incredibly amazing at what their respective qualities. Like Larry Bird, well, they're both top 5 greatest players of all time. See, now I'm starting to talk about ranking. You know, Magic and Larry, in my opinion, people say that Magic is better than Larry Bird. I mean, I was born in '85. It's not like I got to watch. Like I just said in the video, I started watching basketball. So my brother was the basketball watcher. I mean, I watched Reggie Miller play. I remember watching Reggie Miller play. I mean, obviously I watched a little bit of Michael Jordan, but no, my brother was the one who watched all that, saved all that sports for him. So I got into sports late in my life. Let's see here. Back on the point. So yeah, sports rankings. I've been following those for a while. Oh, okay, so I was talking about the Shaq and Kobe. So yeah, Shaq's got 4 rings, Kobe's got 5 rings. Those two, who people consider, some people consider Magic Johnson the greatest player that ever played. I mean, obviously, most people, especially the casual layman fan, would consider Michael Jordan to be the greatest player that ever played. But shit, you have people nowadays that think LeBron James is the greatest player that ever played in the history of the NBA. Woo-wee! Talk about brainwashing. That's what the television will do to you. You get brainwashed very easily. It's like kind of like you believing Ronda Rousey's a really, really good fighter. It's the media creation. Just like the media created the rape scandal. Well, you can say it was partially Kobe's fault for banging that white chick and cheating on his wife. Yeah, definitely was. But he didn't rape her. He just had a good banging. And she tried to get money off him. And it failed. Because she was a cum whore. A coke whore. So all the NBA players had been cheating on their wives. Traveling across the plane of the earth. Cheating on their wives. And it's a bro code. They go, dude, don't fucking... There's birds staring at me outside it's like a finch or something. 2 of them I noticed. There was one earlier than that one. They don't really come on there too often. Here's a cool color. I've been noticing lots of different birds. So maybe spring is starting here again. I'm in San Diego, so there's about a 3-week to a month-long winter here. The winter is like 50 to 70 degrees. Gets a little foggy and it rains for like 3 weeks. But back to the basketball rant and the rankings, all-time rankings, and when I was a fan and how I notice how the media creates divisions with everything. It creates stories, just like politicians and your news people do. They create stories out of thin air, like all these false flags and all these shootings that happen. It was... You know, we had a 2017 and not a shooting has happened yet, but damn, couldn't escape it. It was a week before that happened. But back to the basketball. So yeah, so now there's people saying that LeBron James is already better than Michael. Man, he's got better stats. Man, he's stronger. He's faster. He dunks better. It's like, have you watched like 6 games or something, or you only see ESPN highlights? You need to do some fucking research, bro. LeBron's nowhere near Kobe's level yet. If he gets one more ring this year, he's still behind Kobe. He'll have 4 rings. You need to have 5 rings. That's why Kobe's the second greatest player of all time. He's not better than Jordan. He's the second best. He's got 5 rings, and you can ask Jordan who the second best player of all time is, and you can ask Jordan who's the only player in the NBA history that could beat him one-on-one. Well, Kobe, because he steals all my moves. You can ask Shaq who's the greatest Laker of all time? Oh, Kobe Bryant. You can ask Magic Johnson, people that say that he's the greatest Laker of all time. Hey Magic, who's the greatest Laker of all time? Oh, that's Kobe Bryant. So if Magic Johnson's saying that he's the best, you got some research to do, people. Okay?